Okay, welcome back to ScaleGarage. Great to see you all again. We have a visitor here today in the garage, Francois, with his special rigs, and he's got his own set of trails. He's doing his own events and rig reviews, and you are on the other side of Ottawa from us.
In Clarence Creek.
Clarence Creek. So how long did it take you to get up here?
All the way up here, about an hour and a half.
So it's still, if you ask me, local community.
From downtown Ottawa to my house is about 30 minutes.
Yeah, and it takes me about 45 minutes to get downtown, so before you know it, we're going to end up doing some trail videos out at your place.
That'd be great.
But the funny part is, when you had your last event, I was away.
Yeah.
And we're having an event this weekend.
And I'm away.
And you're away. So
we're on a business trip. It's in Vegas, but it's going to be fun. So.
Yeah. So we just keep somehow missing each other, and this guy, he's got enough muscle. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Some guys were telling I put a bunch of pictures. He goes, "Must be fun to go to work without clothes." I go, "He's a wrestler."
Yeah, come on, he's at work.
Yeah.
You don't need clothes when you're a wrestler.
No.
So your guy in here, he's no wrestler.
No.
This is a TF2 build.
Yes.
And what kind of driver's in there? Where did you find him?
That's a driver from RC 4-wheel drive.
Oh, so they actually sell this guy?
Yes.
And did you have to paint him up?
Yes, I had to paint him all up and make him look nice. First time I didn't find a tan color, so I use a gold yellow kind of paint. So my brother was telling me that he had the jaundice, so he was sick. So I did find a tan and painted over it. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he looks good. So when did you get this rig?
I got it used last September around.
Oh, really?
And I just finished it because I was debating of what color to paint it. In the winter, you can't really paint inside because it just smells so bad.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. So besides being the stock TF2, what other additions have you put on here?
I put the light kit, the simple light kit, onto it, but I probably will put a nicer light kit with the signal lights and all that. So right now it is the basic light kit that I put on there, and I also put a winch in the front of it.
Oh yeah,
so
right.
I have a winch using the bumper that comes with it, which is a plastic bumper.
So on this rig, if you have the winch, lights, steering, throttle, do you have the lights on a switch too? Is it 4 channels?
No, the light is not on the switch. As soon as I turn on the truck, the light comes on.
Okay.
Right now the 4th channel is actually used for the winch, but my 3rd channel is used for the 2-speed transmission.
Oh yeah, that's right. So you have already 4 channels going.
Yes, because the kit version comes with a 2-speed transmission, but now the new ready-to-run kit that they have, that came out, does not come with a 2-speed transmission.
That's right. And what did you use for a power system in this?
That one is a Tekin FXR with a Tekin 30-turn motor.
Yeah, that's got to be
35 turns.
I think it's my favorite combination.
Yep.
I use that on all kinds of trucks. And the Tekin will let you do all kinds of programming features and stuff.
Yeah,
you can set up. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's really handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now that one is set up for regular brakes. There's no drag brake set up on that one. But after I set up the power system in that one, I bought my SCX10. And that one I set it up with drag brake and a bunch of other things. But that one I decided to, I didn't know better when I did this. It was actually my first one.
So you've had this out on your trail set already?
Yes, and I got stuck a lot of times because of the size of the tires.
Yeah, and I think these tires are probably, maybe not the best trail tire.
No. I've been reading a lot of things on people when I put a picture of that truck with that tire. It goes, those tires are not good.
Yeah.
So that's probably another upgrade I'll do on that one is set up some nicer tires that actually fits on that rim. It looks more scale on that rim.
Yeah. Dana is using the same tire and rim on his Chevy pickup, but it's coil spring.
Okay.
And he reduced the size of the foam inside the tire, so there's a little bit more tire squish, and it's actually performing pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
That's one thing I found is the foam in there with that tire. They're not soft.
No, they're not soft at all. So you picked the color scheme on this for a specific reason. What were you trying to do when you came up with the color scheme?
Well, Originally I wanted it green because for my little guy, he's 4, and because he likes the Avengers and things like that. So I wanted to paint green and put Hulk on it.
Yeah.
But I really liked the feature of my old pickup truck that I used to have, which was my old Ford, and I loved it for so many years. So I painted it exactly the same color as my Ford, which is the gray and the burgundy interior.
Yeah.
I like the combination. It really makes it look nice. And then I realized after, I go, well, it is the Hulk. Because the Hulk was actually gray right at the beginning. The first few comics they came out with, the Hulk was actually a gray Hulk. But they thought it was too human, so they decided to make it look green to make it more like a monster. So a little comic thing.
That's funny. Well, this is really nice, by the way. Your paint job is fantastic on this. I'm sure you guys can see the shine on this, but this is a beautiful truck.
I do have a clear coat. I got about 3 or 4 coats of paint. And then everybody was telling me you have to paint it, sand it, and then put a clear coat. I did not sand it. I just put the primer, and then I put the paint, about three or 4 coat, I can't remember. And then I used a clear sealant to go on top of it, and it gave it that shiny look. And the clear, I think I got 2 or 3 coats of clear also.
It actually looks like it's tough. It looks like the paint job's not thin, you know, it looks tough and nice, and looks like it could probably take on some trail use.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah. Nice. So 2-cell battery, right?
Right now I got a 2-cell on it. There's a couple other options I'm going to put on there. Probably going to leave it as a 2-cell, but inside the dash I do want to light it up.
Oh yeah.
But the dash is a very thick dash, so I'll probably take a Dremel and actually from behind trim it down a little bit so that it actually lights up a little better the instruments inside.
Oh.
So when I change my light kit, I'm probably going to do that real quick.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah.
And put the flashers. And another thing, 5 minutes after I did my first trail run at my house, broke the driver side mirror. I just leaned it on the side and poof, it snapped right off.
Yeah.
And then about another 10 minutes later, not even, snapped the other one off because I kind of not lost control, but I slid into a tree, and then the tree just took my mirror off. So one of the next upgrade for that is the rubber mirrors. So.
Well, you know, if you run into a tree in the real world, the mirror comes off too.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
It would.
So you're doing it right.
Well, they say if you don't break anything, you're not having fun.
Oh, I don't know, but I agree with the rubber mirrors, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I decided to paint the windshield wiper also, paint them chrome, just make it stand out a little bit more than just black.
Yeah.
So to me it made it look nice.
It
but
does.
I did leave the little black rubber there as if it was actually rubber.
Oh yeah, you did too.
So.
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
And then for the front grille, I was asking some of the guys, and it's actually Body Works that told me that use a pen paintbrush.
Yeah.
So that's what I use for the front, and it did a very good job.
It does. It looks good. Yeah, and that's true and correct for the 83 Hilux grille. You know, you have the black in the back and then the little trim ring on the front.
Oh, I looked at a lot of pictures, and especially to find out exactly what to paint, what color, especially for the lights. Like here, the side of the lights on the Hilux, some people that are doing the RCs are painting them yellow as signal light, but they're not. They're actually clear.
Yeah.
So I did some research and looked at some pictures and tried to find it. And the guys that does body stickers and things like that here in Ontario, I can't remember their name, but I'm going to get them to do the Hilux pinstripe.
Oh, down the side there? Oh,
But I'm going to do it the same way my pickup was, and everybody liked it. It's going to be a lighter shade of gray. So it's going to be 3 shades of gray, because I don't want them to stand out. I want them to mix with the truck.
Yeah, this is a really sort of a classic pickup color, you know, the charcoal silver sort of a thing. I like what you're talking about with the different colored gray. I think that'll look good.
Yeah.
So I think you were talking maybe change the tires. Any other plans for it?
Lights, tire.
Yeah.
Well, the lights, I want to put the kits that you say that you're using there, that gives you the 4-way flashers. And when you turn, it actually puts the flasher that turns, and when you stop for a little while, the flashers comes on. I think that's going to be a very good addition for that.
Yeah.
I do want to cut the back post lower, put something in there to hide it. Another thing I'm working for this is I did find an RC that's perfect size, and I'm going to do a four-wheeler. So I will have a four-wheeler that goes into it, and on the same radio I can just switch and then just take the four-wheeler out. So that's another project for this rig, that it's going to have its own little four-wheeler in case it gets stuck, to go get some help.
There you go. So two recoveries, right? One in the winch, and then if it's really bad, you can get on the four-wheeler and take off. Yeah, that's funny.
I was thinking about putting a rear winch, but I'm running out of channels on my radio. I'll have to go with a multi-channel with the sticks, but right now I probably won't do that and put a rear winch. I'll just leave it that way.
So what radio are you using?
Right now I'm using the Fly Sky. So it's the one with the touchscreen, 4 channels. So that's the radio I'm using with this one.
This is the IT4?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can program it all right on the screen. Pretty sweet.
The only disadvantage because of the telemetry on that radio is every time you switch truck, I have these 2 trucks on the same radio, I have to rebind with it. A lot of people don't know that or don't realize that until they actually buy the radio. The 3 channels, no problem, it switches trucks. But this one, because of the telemetry, you have to rebind every time you change trucks, which is a little bit of a pain, but if you know about it, it's not that bad.
But you're also getting feedback, right? Like this is it's a telemetry system, right? So this is telling you receiver voltage and all that stuff right on the screen.
Yeah, and just like on my other one, my SCX10, I have lots of power going into that one, and I have my lights and my light bar and all that, and if I turn on everything, I do get an error. It tells me I'm using too much voltage somewhere.
Ah.
So.
Well, that's handy. Cool. Well, I kind of think multi-channel is the way that all Scale RC is going now. I mean, we were talking about this just before the video. I think I'm doing 5 channels on just about all my trucks, because I've got the headlight switch and the winch and the throttle and the steering, and then as soon as you go to a multi-speed or an extra winch or any of those things, you're already into 4 or 5 channels. It doesn't take long.
No. And that's why when you start seeing these guys that have a lot of different things on their camera, on their truck, especially you can actually trigger a camera to turn on and off for recording. So that's another channel. So you see them with the stick camera, the one for the planes. So a lot of guys use those, and I've seen them in the last competition you guys went at. I saw 1 or 2 guys actually using those radios.
They were, that's right.
So
we're using the GT3C radio, which I think came out just before the IT4 did. And Hey OK sells them to us with the hack already on them, 6 channels, and that's always been enough. We've used trucks with 6 channels, but I think at 6 channels, that's...
What, you're using your radio, a 3-channel radio, as a 6-channel?
Yep, all of our radios are actually 6-channel.
I didn't know you could do that.
Oh yeah, and you can set any button to do anything you want. It does all the same stuff as this, except you can actually tell it where you want stuff to go. There's no telemetry, right? So you have to, if you're willing to live without the feedback, then I think that's a great radio to go with as well. And then you can keep the smaller radio and the pistol grip. It's easier for the kids to drive than having the big radio, you know?
Yes.
So I like them for that reason, for sure. Let's have a look at this too. So this is your SCX build.
We'll move this little guy over.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
Did you build this, or was this a RTR?
No, it was a kit. It was a kit. I wanted the kit just to have the experience, because I am kind of new. Well, back in the 80s, I had an old buggy, and it was a Super Hornet. That's the one, my first one I got. The Super Hornet. And then I got a small little Mini Z to play in the garage with my brother.
Those are fun.
And those are the only 2 I ever bought. And then I kind of took a break for 8 years of not buying anything. And then my little 2-year-old came downstairs in my office and saw the Super Hornet on top. And that was like 3 years now. Well, almost 3 years now.
Yeah.
And then he says, "What's that, Papa?" And then I showed him, and he goes, "I want to try it." Yeah. So I put the batteries back on the charger. 7 years, they were just, the NIMS were sitting there. Yeah. Put the charger, they charged right back up, and then turned on the truck. It was hard for me to find 8 batteries for the receiver.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he just, I told him really quick how to do it, and then he go, okay. And then he was really soft right out of the bat. 2 years old, and he was controlling the Super Hornet.
Oh, that's nice.
And then I started buying other trucks and other trucks. And then this one I got for Christmas, just before Christmas for my birthday. And I built it and all that. So
good.
That was my first build that I wanted to build it from scratch and not get me ready to run like that. I know exactly how it's built.
Of course. Yep.
So basically, the only thing different I did on this one, it does have the dig on it.
Oh.
And it has a winch. So what the dig does, it locks up the rear wheels. So you can actually take the front end and swing it over. So like that, if you're in a tight corner and you need to turn and you cannot reverse, then you can do that. But I've been reading at some of the rules and some of the competition you do, they don't even allow the digs.
Well, you can use a dig or four-wheel steering in Class 3.
Yeah.
But if you've seen the Class 3 rigs, you probably wouldn't be competitive with this. So that's true. In a Class 1 and 2, you're not allowed to use that. I think in a G6 you're allowed to use a dig. I'm not sure now.
Yeah, there's one of the class or one of the competition I saw that they were allowing it.
Yeah. It's handy though.
It is kind of cool. Sometimes I forget about using it.
Yeah.
But when I know I'm about to go in a corner and some people will say, well, you can't make that corner, that's when I think about, oh, I'll use my dig.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then I just turn it on and I just swing my forward. And then people go, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
And the dig also permits me to actually set the rear wheels as free. So then my truck becomes a front-wheel drive only.
Some cases on hill climbs and stuff, that's actually really handy.
Yeah, like that your truck doesn't flip over.
That's right. Easy. Instead of driving the wheels underneath at the back, you can just pull ahead. Yeah, that's neat.
But on this one, I'm actually running 3S on a Tekin FXR also. It's got an Intergy 35 motor.
Okay.
This one is fast because of the 3S.
It's fast because you like to pull the trigger, or?
No, I just like the extra speed that it gives you to jump a rock or to actually not pass somebody, but just the extra wheel speed when you need it.
Yeah.
I got a Wraith also, and that one has the original 20 turn or 22 turn, I can't remember.
Yeah.
This one is faster than on a 3-cell than the 20 turn. So it's kind of cool on the 35 turn.
So you did all the lights on this too, right?
Yes.
We don't have it turned on, but...
No, I put the light buckets on. I'll turn it on real quick. So I have this, and I have the front lights, and I also did...
Oh, up on top too.
Yeah. So that's a light bar I got from a guy, used. Slapped that on there. And I also did the rear lights. And how I did the rear lights, I took the original lights that come with it, and I'll send you some picture like that. You can maybe put on the video that shows how to do it. You take the rear lights that comes with it, drill a hole on top, exactly where that the sticker is, where that circle is. Drill a hole, a 5mm hole for the light to come through.
Yeah.
And then I took a piece of Lexan that wasn't painted from another project, another body I had, took the sticker out, put the Lexan on top. Like that, when you turn it to the side a little bit, you actually see the glare of the light, just like you would on a real truck.
Right here out the side of the Lexan cover.
So the light actually disperses using that Lexan.
It looks fantastic, by the way. Oh yeah, that's a really good trick. Yeah, send me the pictures. We'll add them on the video at the end.
The only thing I did not do and I felt like doing is doing also the side. That would have entitled me to drill a side hole.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't bother doing that because I knew I was going to get some side reflection off of that.
And you've got a whole bunch of scale stuff in the back here. There's coolers and gas cans and all kinds of stuff in the back here.
Yeah, that's the girls from Down and Dirty club that we have out east of Ottawa, and they make those.
Oh, cool.
They say, and usually when we have an event, they bring some, and if people want them, they take them and just give a donation, and it all goes back to buy banners or to buy lunch sometime or to buy stuff for the little club that we got going.
Oh, that's neat. Good idea.
So they did. I got an axe. They built an axe.
Oh yeah.
I got a sledgehammer in there. A cooler. There's a bunch of stuff in there.
Nice.
It's all handmade. Nothing is store bought in there right now.
Oh, that's cool.
The last tumble I had, I guess it was on the rock. My side mirror here actually caved into the body of Lexan.
Yeah.
So
the same thing happened to ours.
This one I beat up. This one I haven't yet because it just took me so long, and
Yeah.
I haven't beaten that one up. But this one, I just go all over the place and try to climb all kind of stuff. I'm kind of rough with it, but it's fun.
I don't think you're too rough with it. Like we crawled the Jeeps together there down at in Ottawa the other few weeks ago, I guess, and I don't think you were too rough. It rolled over a few times, but it wasn't abuse or anything. It was just a good drive.
One big thing I noticed, especially with the people in Hawkesbury, they got a course downstairs.
Okay.
And I went on their course, and they have a G6. When they came out with the G6 right after this one,
Yeah.
I was debating, do I buy which one? But I like the covered look better.
Yeah.
So I got that one. There's a little hill that they made with carpet that you climb up. No way I can make it with mine. She's got the same tires. The wheelbase of hers is a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Just a tiny bit, a quarter inch or a half inch.
Yeah.
But she makes it up no problem.
Yeah.
And I cannot. I tried putting weights at the front. I didn't have the winch back then, so I put some lead weight at the front. Didn't want to go up.
Yeah.
Took the tire off the back. Didn't want to go up. I kept on flipping. So one upgrade I did on it is I did put the gearing in the front.
Yes.
So now the wheel actually turns a little faster in the front.
Yeah.
And last time I was out with the guys, I think it really helped me. Because there's
sure.
one little rock that I climbed no problem, and then nobody in the gang could climb that rock. And I think it's because my wheel was actually turning a little faster in front, and it permitted me to climb that rock, pull the truck instead of it flipping. So.
I've done the overdrive in the front on a whole bunch of the trucks for the same reason, and I feel like it makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a simple mod, and it works so well.
Yeah. What I did on this one is we'll just take the body off.
Sure.
So basically, at the bottom, I got all my wires tacked up. It's the just a light control, simple light control.
Yeah.
This one does give me the. Does it give me the flashers? No, it just gives me the brakes. That's true.
Oh,
just
brakes.
the brakes.
Yeah.
Not the flashers. So I do have the brakes. So when I hit the gas, they actually dim at the back, and I've used the tape to actually tape all my wires up.
Yep.
But one thing I did differently is the fenders in the side. So,
this is such a good idea.
So those are just Ziploc, and I do have pictures. I'll send that to you, and you can put it in the video if you want.
Okay.
When I started painting them, and then you put them on the side, and it really protects the inside cab because it is a little bit dirty, but not. It is a little bit dirty, but not that dirty. So it really helps.
Oh yeah.
And then at the front, they used to go at the front, but when I put my lights, I had to cut them up. I did put the battery up front to help my
that's
weight.
a good idea.
I left my receiver box there, but I think I should have put it at the back for the simple reason now every time I want to change something, I got to take the battery off, the battery plate off, I got to take everything off.
That's right.
So
yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
And here is my dig transmission. When I got the dig transmission, the instruction says you have everything you need.
Do you?
No. There's bearings missing. There's one bearing missing, one lung screw missing, or two screws missing to actually get it done. The instructions are actually based on the Wraith, if you were to put this on the Wraith.
Oh, okay.
And the Wraith comes with that transmission.
It comes with the housing.
With the housing
that
permits you to do this. So this is a whole new housing. I still have the original SCX-10 housing.
Yeah.
So there is a bearing at the back that you need. It's a very thin but big bearing.
Yes.
And you need that one.
Yes.
So when I started putting it together, I noticed that. I go, oh man. So I had to go and order that bearing and go get it. Good thing, great hobbies had it.
Yeah.
So I got it. I got that bearing. Got back home, kept on installing it, and all of a sudden I noticed there's a smaller bearing that I need also.
Oh no.
So I had to go back there. And then when I'm almost finished closing everything up, I noticed there's one screw that was maybe a millimeter longer than the other ones that I needed also. So I had to do 3 trips to the Great Hobbies just to do this.
So if you're going to put a dig, you better start with a Wraith transmission.
Yes.
Okay. We'll know that now forever.
So. But and here's the only thing that's not waterproof. My servo is waterproof at front. This is not waterproof, but it's been holding up right now. So I'm intending to put some Plasti Dip to actually protect it a little bit.
Yeah.
And some white grease near the joint. Another thing I want to do with this is because right now, if you notice, it's very loose. My axle is going like this.
The front Y-link.
Yes, because I got the Y-link.
Yep.
So I am going to convert this to a 4 links pretty soon.
Did you see our video on that?
Yes.
There you go. You can keep the servo right where it is and drop the 4-link right on.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that. It's just I ordered the part that goes at the front. It did not come with this kit because the bridge.
Yes.
This kit did not have the bridge in mine. I had it only on one part.
Yeah.
So I did order it, and it should be in soon. But as soon as I get this, and then it's going to really help take off some of the slack here, because it's really loose.
Oh, it is really bad. Yeah, the 3-link, I don't know. I've said this too many times, but I don't know why Axial doesn't put the 4-link truss in the front just the same, because it fits. So
on the G6, you have the option. On the G6 model, you have the option of putting the 4 links up front and the back.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But not on this model. This model, you don't have all the parts. I do have the piece of plastic, the 2 links that's going to go on top. I have them.
Yeah.
It's just I'm missing that truss and the long screw.
Yeah.
So it's all on order.
Well, these the fenders definitely protect the inside here. I mean, you've got a little bit of dust and dirt, but I mean, you don't have like big piles of mud and everything else. No. Like, you know, it's pretty obvious they're doing their job.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you find this winch? This is the big Warren winch, right?
Yeah. When I actually got my Wraith, 2 winch came with it.
Oh.
It was kind of a bonus. I had that winch and I had this one. This is a 1/10 and 1/8 winch.
Okay.
And that's a 1/10. So this one is bigger.
Yep.
But it was used, and I think the guy really burnt it or did something, because I find it's not strong. So either I'm going to have to change the motor or just put a different winch on it. Right now it's on it. It does work. It does pull.
Yeah.
But it's not as strong as I would like it. So.
Yeah.
But I've been reading up on it. That one is not that strong, I find. So.
Interesting. Well, it seems to fit it works on the bumper. It looks right.
Yeah. And I basically kept the plastic bumper on there, and it actually is holding. It does bend.
Yeah.
But I said to myself, I'm going to put it on until it breaks. Once it breaks, then I'll change it to metal bumper, or I'll try making a bumper. That's one thing I want to try to do.
Good idea. Awesome. Well, I don't know if you guys can see this in the video or not, but this guy's wearing down his Trepidor tires here like you wouldn't believe. And I don't think it's just from the dig, because the ones in the back are wearing right off too. So I think there's been a few hours on this rig.
Oh yeah, I got lots of hours on this. I actually keep this truck in my car.
Oh yeah.
Not at home.
Yeah.
I keep it in my car like that. I go to work with it, and at lunchtime, if I want to go in the bush or whatever, or somebody calls up in the middle of the day and says, "Anybody want to do a 1 o'clock trip?" I said, "Sure."
That wasn't me, was it?
No, yes it was.
Yeah. Well, I sometimes keep a rig in the car too, so I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
You get addicted to these little things.
Yeah, it's really nice to just get out in the woods, on the trail, on the rocks, at the river, do a little crawl, you know, call up some friends. Yeah, that's nice. I enjoy that a lot.
And I find the hobby is so nice because you get a lot of people helping each other.
Yeah.
They have a spare parts, they give it to you. They have some idea, they share the idea.
Yeah.
And that's what these videos are for, is to show people off what they have. So.
Yeah. Well, I have a feeling that this truck will have a few more hours on it this summer.
Oh yeah.
And you just started a new trail called The Sims.
Yeah, The Sims, for my last name is Simard, so
we'll put a link up for that too.
It's a fun little thing. It's growing, and then the guys at Down and Dirty RC, they came down. They loved it. They spent about 3 hours there, and there's a lot of potential in the site because it's all in the backwood. And they said, hey, we can do maybe 5 different courses.
Of course.
Like a very hard course, an easier course, and then it's a whole bunch of hills, and it's all covered by the trees, and not a lot of foliage, not a lot of grass, so it's perfect for doing a course. So
nice.
I already started doing a bunch of things, like a little bridge. So there's other things, frame twisters I want to do. I got. In my trail, I actually did some in the dirt. So but it did get abused by everybody using it last time they came down. But it's fun, and it's fun having it in the backyard also, because you can just go out there and have fun. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, I can't say enough about having trails close to home, right? Instead of packing the car and going on some kind of a drive, if you can just do it in the backyard or at the near forest, or take the trails that are next door.
What I want to find locally in nice pictures, I find, is when you find a little creek with
Yeah.
the little rapids and rocks that
Yeah.
goes down.
Yeah.
Those would be the best thing, but I haven't found one close to here or nearby, so I got to start taking some walk down the wood and seeing what I
Find a
can find.
creek.
Find a creek. Follow
Yeah.
the creek.
It looks like you've got a bunch of rolling hills in your woods there,
Yes, there
so
is.
there's got to be a creek in there somewhere.
There is no creek.
No creek?
No creek.
Make one.
Make one, yeah. Well, last time I wanted to do just like an 8 foot, and I just want to put some water. Take a 5 gallon water and just
Yeah.
put it on there, just to make it a little bit muddy.
Yeah.
For the next tree challenge, or like the bridge I made is made of wood,
Yeah.
just to make the tires muddy and slick, just so you have problems getting up.
Yeah.
But some of the guys in our group says, "Well, I don't want to go in the mud with my truck."
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's true.
but I should have still done it and told them, "Well, go beside the mud. Other people can use the
Yeah,
mud."
yeah.
So that's probably what I'll do next time. Is I'll do a mud trap. But
Yeah.
I am not going to do a mud trap that's like 6 inch of mud. It's going to be just maybe an inch or 2 of mud, just so you
Yeah.
have to get your truck dirty.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Some of my trucks I'll put in the mud, but not too many. No.
This one I will a lot, but that one I'm not sure yet. But I probably will end up, I don't know.
I don't know. This is pretty nice and clean. I think you should keep it the scale look. Yeah. Scale mud.
Well, yeah, scale mud, which means not too deep, but
That's right.
That's what I'm thinking with that one, is taking it out when it's going to be a nice, easy trail run,
Yeah.
not too hard,
Yeah.
to just have a scale trail run and not a little challenge. This is the big guy with the big tires that's going to do the challenge.
One truck for each.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, thanks so much for coming up.
Not a problem.
Thanks for sharing your rigs. And look below in the video for all the links. We're going to put all the stuff we talked about here, the Sims course, the Down and Dirty RC. We'll put the Bodyworks link in there for your custom stickers and paint and all that stuff around the Ottawa area. And we'll put in a link for what equipment is in the trucks, for the radio system and all that. If you want to look it all up, you can just look it all up in the links. And have a look at the end of this video for the pictures on how to set up your tail lights on your Rubicon the same way. And we'll be talking to you soon. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.